Good afternoon and welcome to today's CFJ Digital Workshop, brought to you by Contract Flooring Journal, and the whole aim of these sessions that happen once a month is to give you deeper insight into different aspects of the flooring industry. Today our theme is stairnosings, trims and profiles, an area that perhaps we often take for granted and assume that we know the basics, and therefore when we face certain situations we can specify what we know and overcome the issue that way. But as I was researching for today's presentation, I found one manufacturer, in fact one of the manufacturers who's going to present to us today, who state on their website that just for flooring they produce more than 15,000 different profiles. Now that's mind-blowing. When I was in retail, for example, we had a selection of 3 or 4 basic types in a couple of different colors. And on the commercial side, obviously we have more colors available and perhaps some different issues that we need to resolve, so we have certain profiles available for that, whether it's to fit round curves or whatever it may be. But when you look into this area closely, there are not only the design elements of trims and profiles, there are also some regulations that we need to take into account. If we're looking at stairnosings, those of you who work in this area regularly, certainly in the commercial sector, will be aware of the regulations about light reflectance values and so on. So there are reasons why there is such a wide range available, and the more we're aware of what's out there, the more solutions we have to help us to overcome the issues that we may face either day by day or just once in a while. If you want to know more of the technical side of things, of course, there are training courses available, and we'll talk a little bit about them, and particularly those that are offered by the manufacturers with us today. But the purpose of today is to learn about the companies and to learn about the things that they can offer to us. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Progress Profiles, an Italian manufacturer who ship to more than 80 different countries around the world, including the UK. They're going to, their presentation is on video, and the first few minutes of that introduce us to their factory and to their ethos, the way that they aim to work as a business, what their objectives are. And then we'll switch to a video specifically talking to us about stairnosings and trims and profiles and the wide range of products that they do. Now, because this is about you rather than them, as always we say to you, ask questions. So on your screen you'll find a little text box that you can write in, and as this goes through, if questions arise in your mind, whether they're specific questions for the manufacturer about the presentation, or whether they're questions about stairnosings, trims and profiles in general, put them in the chat. I will then aim to pick those up so that once the two manufacturers have done their presentations, we will actually be meeting them in the chat room for me to put your questions to them. So today you can have your questions answered and make the most of that opportunity. But as I say, without further ado, let's go over to Progress Profiles. Thank you. Thank you, Progress. And one of the things you'll find if you look at the Progress website is that they offer free training, and it's training that's accessible in spite of COVID. It's actually in the form of tailor-made online webinars, and if you go to their website, there's a form that you can fill in telling them what the information is that you want to learn, and they will put together a training webinar for you and other people interested in similar areas, and that's something that's certainly worth taking up. Now let me talk to you about the big event, the CFJ Live Expo. It'll be done in a similar format to these digital workshops, except that the main stage will be running from the Fitter Training Centre in Loughborough, but different manufacturers and suppliers will have their own breakout rooms throughout the day. The programme starts, as I say, Thursday the 1st of July at 2 o'clock. It goes on until 7 o'clock in the evening. And there'll be a whole mixture. On the main stage, there'll be live demonstrations. In the different manufacturers' rooms, there'll be a mixture of demonstrations and product information and question and answer sessions and seminars and discussions. It's going to be a packed program, and there'll be so much in there you won't be able to watch it all. You'll be able to cherry pick the things that really interest you, the areas where you want to get more information. I spent a day last week up at the Loughborough Training Centre, going round with the training manager there, and also with the videographer who's going to be doing the live filming, working out the best way to film these demonstrations to get you to be able to see the detail that you want to see. And there's a lot of other preparation work going on. All we ask you to do in preparation is to register, and that's easy enough to do. You'll find the link on the CFJ website. You'll find it in emails that they're sending to you. You'll find it in all sorts of different sources. But make sure that you register. It's free of charge to attend, and it's going to be an absolutely fantastic event. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to get a lot out of it. Thursday the 1st of July, don't forget the date, and don't forget to register for that event. Now we're going to go over to Quantum, and Tim Hay has put together a simple presentation for us to introduce us not only to Quantum, but also to introduce us specifically to some of their products that are going to help us in the work that we do. So I'll hand over to you now, Tim. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's product update from Quantum Flooring in partnership with the CFJ. Our whole mission, our whole vision as a company is to lead the contract flooring accessories market for innovation and outstanding customer experience. The products I'm going to talk to you about today have all been developed through customer feedback, and that's really key to us as a business. My name's Tim, and I'm the specification and marketing manager at Quantum Flooring. We've been going over 50 years, and not only do we supply products throughout the UK, we also supply worldwide, and we're very proud to be an independent British manufacturer based in Greater Manchester. Key ranges for us are stairnosings, flooring accessories, transitions and entrance matting, all of which I'll touch on in the next few minutes. Quantum Flooring are part of a group of brands. We've got Quantum Flooring, which I'm talking to you about today. With Dakatai, we offer the widest range of insulated cavity closures and cavity fire barriers. Q-Wood is a wood composite that goes into the joinery industry, and Q-Lean is bespoke PVC, UPVC extrusions into the off-site and volumetric marketplaces, all under the Quantum Profile Systems banner. We've been going over 50 years. We're experts in our field. The image you can see on the screen is our factory in Oldham, where everything's manufactured. As a company, we're lean, green, safe and clean, and it's nice for me to say as a marketing person, but it really is how we operate, what we're about. So we're lean, so basically what that means is we manufacture to order. We cut out all of the waste in our production processes, which means we can be very dynamic and turn very quickly to meet customer demand. We're green, we're heading towards a zero waste site. We're safe, so whoever you did visit, you'd be well looked after. And most importantly to me, we're clean. We've got a reputation, we're committed to transparency and having people in a COVID-free world, not too distant future, come and visit us, see how we do things, with a number of events and factory tours, etc. And we're proud of that. So without further ado, stairnosings, what have we brought to the market recently? This is Q-Range Duo. If you see a spec coming through and they want a 55 by 55 nosing, we've got one now. It's Q-Range Duo. You can have the colour on the tread and also the colour on the riser. There's 25 different colours to pick from. It also has no dirt traps, so it's perfect for schools and healthcare environments. And it also complies with the latest British standards, the Equality Act, Building Reg Document K and Document M. So a really great nosing for multiple purposes. Then we've got wide Q range, which is the same with that same all-over tread on the top. It allows you to have a nosing that meets, once again, the Equality Act, the latest guidelines. Really simple, clean design, but it's got that wider tread on top, which you traditionally have with a double channel nosing. Why do you want to do that? The more tread you have, the more space you've got for grip. The more grip, the more you're going to reduce the risk of trips, slips, and falls. So perfect for schools and hospitals again. We've also got HPM1. This is an extremely heavy-duty nosing that can be cast or recessed into a step. Perfect for stadiums, infrastructure, and transport projects. And it's extraordinarily cost-effective and extremely heavy-duty. We've also got EcoGlow. This is a great product. It's not a wired solution. It's photoluminescent. With only half an hour of daylight, it will glow for 7.5 hours. This product has been picked up by a number of London councils since the Grenfell Tower disaster, where all the emergency lighting failed. In their social housing projects, they're specifying this as a standard product now, because what it does, half an hour of light, it will glow for 7.5 hours. So great, if emergency lighting fails, it can be installed by you, flooring contractors, and it means it's really great value way of creating a safe staircase in emergencies. We've also got Q-Fix. This adhesive is perfect for fitting quantum nosings. You fit your quantum nosings with Q-Fix adhesive. You've got the same 10-year warranty on a project-by-project basis as you do on our nosings with this adhesive. So it's a single solution for fitting in nosings. And this adhesive, what it allows you to do, if you're not already using Q-Fix adhesive, is it allows you to speed up fitting times on site. People have reported back they fit nosings 3 times faster than the traditional drilled and plugged methodology. So it's a real time-saving opportunity you've got there when it comes to fitting nosings. That was a quick, brief overview of nosings. Now on to accessories and trims. As a bit of a background, we offer a complete range of skirting profiles. What you see on the screen now, you've got sit-on skirting, which goes on top of the flooring, and set-in skirting, which is welded into the flooring. Easy to clean, perfect for schools, healthcare environments. We've got a complete range of products there. If you are fitting vinyl cap and cove, you're going to cove the vinyl up the wall. You use a cap and cove. Internal and external corners are often an issue. You see on the screen, you can see the internal and external corners of the drawing on the screen. You can see a little profile, and that profile is the quantum flooring floor miter, internal and external. It allows you to speed up the fitting times on site, but also helps promote uniformity, minimizes dirt traps, and helps prevent vinyl collapse in corners, but really popular and growing year on year with us. Slimline capping, we've increased our range of slimline capping profiles, which means you can have a smaller cap on the top as you cove vinyl up the wall. A lot of architectural feedback is this is the way the market wants to go, so we brought them to market so they're available to you. We also have aluminium cap and cove now, so this is perfect for extremely heavy trafficked areas such as in transport projects. It's also really good if you've got to achieve a flammable or you've got fire issues and you want to achieve a fire resistant fire rating. This is aluminium, which can help you achieve that. So that's available, and that's our aluminium cap and cove. So that's the accessory side, touching on some new products. And then finally, to touch on our transitions and entrance matting. We offer a complete range of entrance matting. We've got a supply and fit service available. Matting is new to us within the last few years, but what we've done is brought to market a complete range of products with really simple to understand pricing. We offer a free measure service, so it means you can get ready to fit mats. We've also got a supply and fit service as well to take the hassle out of matting with you. And it means all of your accessories are in one place if you decide to go with quantum matting. We can template it the same way we can measure nosings, and we can deliver ready to fit product to you. We've also redone what was the top line range, and it's now top clip. It's now a matte finish with a slip resistant tread, available in 24 colours. It covers all of the key height flooring transitions. It's a matte finish. It can be curved on site. It's also self-leveling. It means it's an extraordinarily flexible product, which is perfect for numerous scenarios and is available. Once again, all of our products are available for distribution. 24 colours, you can curve it on site, it's self-leveling, it's got a nice matte finish. We've also brought out a range of dementia transitions as well. What the latest research of dementias is saying is that if you're thinking about it with your flooring installation, you need to match the floor covering to the transition to your floor covering. So we've brought out a range of transitions which allow you to have an LRV or colour similar to that of the flooring, and you can match the flooring to your transition to your flooring. If that's the route the end user wants to go down, we've got that complete range. So dementia in mind, think of the Quantum Dementia range. We've also launched some new LVT profile flooring transitions. So whether it be LVT to LVT or LVT to carpet, available in 3 finishes. It's got a 30mm channel, which allows it to take a 30mm LVT feature strip. So really nice way to finish in both residential and commercial installations. It can come pre-drilled, so there's no drill holes showing. Really popular at the moment. So that was a really brief 8-minute overview of Quantum and some of the products we've got. Bit of summing up. Any of the products you've seen here today, we've got information data sheets on all of those. We've got pocket guides of all our flooring products. We've even got a matting guide. When you're thinking about Quantum products, especially, well, when you're thinking about stair nosings or entrance matting, always remember we've got a free QSMS measure service. It means one of our site surveyors will come to site, will individually measure each mat well frame, individually measure each step. That will get processed. Those things can get cut by us or by your distributor, and the matting will get cut by us. It means we can very quickly turn around a project and get product to you to site that is ready to fit, all via distribution. Speeds up your time on site. Anything we can do to help is really important for you, the customer. Thank you very much for your time. I knew it was only a brief 10-minute introduction to Quantum. Hopefully, you've picked up some stuff there. Our website's full of all the latest product information. As I said, independent British manufacturer, and proud of that. If you have any questions or information you need regarding stair nosings or accessories, transitions, entrance matting, I'll happily be able to help you after today. Remember, you can always visit quantumflooring.co.uk, and if you're not doing so already, make sure you're following us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter at Quantum Flooring. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Tim, for putting that together for us. And for those of you who are tuned in right now, do you have any questions? I've got a question which I'm going to ask in the Q&A in a few moments' time. I've got some Quantum profiles here, and they're pretty tough, I can tell you that. Rather than being metal that will dent, these are plastic, and I can certainly bend them like that, but I want to know how to bend them in a curve. So that'll be one of the questions that I'm going to put to Tim. What about your questions? If you have some, please put them in the chat box now so that I can pick those up when we go over to our chat room in a few moments' time. But before I do that, I'd just like to tell you that our next digital workshop brought to you by Contract Flooring Journal will be on Tuesday the 27th of April. And the topic for that digital workshop is subfloors and smoothing compounds. It's an area where there's so much to learn, and not only are there new products, but there are also new techniques to improve the way that things are installed, and that's going to be a fantastic time. So mark the date in your diary, Tuesday the 27th of April, subfloors and smoothing compounds, and please make sure that you pre-register for the event. As always, it's free of charge to you to come and watch, and we hope you'll join us at 1 o'clock, Tuesday the 27th of April. But now we've heard from Progress, we've heard from Quantum, and it's time for us to go over to our chat room. So if you would like to click on the link that will be on your screen, go away from the main stage and into the sessions, and there you'll find a link to the chat room, and I'll see you there in a few moments' time. Thank you.
For those of you who've just come over to the chat room now, welcome. And I'm delighted already to be able to introduce Tim Hayes, who was just speaking from Quantum, and also Alex Pontin from Progress. And we're hoping to be joined by one of his colleagues, Luca from Italy. I assume he's dialing in from Italy, is he, Alex?
Yeah, definitely. I'm in London. Luca is in Italy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, Alex, while you're on, I noticed that you're actually an interior designer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure that you must have some very creative ways to use trims and profiles in ways that your run-of-the-mill flooring contractor may not expect or may not think. Can you share some ideas with us?
You mean pictures, or like just talking through?
Oh, just talking us through.
Yeah.
What are the creative things that stair nosings, profiles, trims can do for us?
Yeah. All right. So I will move a little bit far from stair nosing and start with trims in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like trims is not something that people are using in are just starting to use, to be honest. Like since a few years, they're starting to introduce their trims in their interior design. Mm-hmm. So they try to create details and like to try to emphasize the connection between, let's say, floor to wall, because sometimes instead of seeing the corner, you can use curtain or you can use other different trims to emphasize this connection. And like if we take for example a stair nosing profile, you can use the same finishing that, let's say, you're using on the wall, because as you say in the introduction, we also have trims for walls, so you can replicate the same finishing that you previously used on the floor, on the wall, into the stair nosing. So all the room has kind of the same finishes, and especially what we find out between interior, especially from interior design, they always try to match the finishes into their rooms with the finishes of the trims. So more and more they're asking us for personalized finishes, and thanks to our range, we're able to more than often to find the perfect match for their needs.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah. So
okay. Now I noticed.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna switch to another question, but you carry on, Alex.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that create details, like emphasize the details in the rooms.
Yeah. Well, I noticed, Tim, in your presentation, you were talking about various regulations, and you were also talking about dementia and how you developed things specifically for those areas. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so if you're designing or installing or specifying with dementia in mind, what the research is saying is actually you should match your transitions to the floor coverings. So we've got a range of transitions which come in solid LRV colours or solid colours, and you can match the floor covering so people don't have hazard in their mind. So rather than having a shiny metal transition, which can cause distress in people's minds, having a similar tonal contrast on your transitions is very helpful. And when we think about dementia, it's more than just care homes now. It's about the bank, the community centre. So yeah, so something we've really looked at and worked with quite a lot recently to bring out that range.
Okay, thank you. And Alex, when I looked at your website, and I did talk about this in the link a few minutes ago, you offer webinar type training from your website. Can you give us a little bit more understanding about that?
Yeah, definitely. So before COVID happened, we used to have face-to-face webinar. So in our training center, we used to train our tiler, our installer, our tilers, and some architect. So they were able to lay correctly our product. And since COVID happened, of course, we can't do the face-to-face webinar anymore. So like we switched into online webinar. And because we have lots of products, sometimes it can be quite overwhelming to learn everything from the website. We try to show interested people or architects, dividing into sections, all our products. So depending on what your interest is, we're able to create a specific webinar for your needs, where we can go from walls, streams to membranes to systems, and basically everything you need for your project.
That's great, thank you. And that's just accessible through your website?
Yeah, definitely through our website. You can register, or on every other social network. Like on Facebook, our page on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You just need to message us and we are able to organize a webinar for you, or we can just add you into the next webinar.
That's great.
Yeah.
Tim, let me come back to you, and perhaps I'm after a bit of free training myself now, but you were talking about the top clip trims, and you said that they could be curved on site.
Yeah, they're really simple to curve. Sorry, Richard, you haven't finished.
That's all right. No, you can tell me how to do it. I'm intrigued.
So you come with a top, they come with a base. You can switch the tops and bases around, so all of the key flooring heights are covered. So no matter what you're trying to transition, you've got a top clip combination that will work for you. The profile is the bottom profile is curved on site. So all you need to do is draw out your line on the floor where you want it to curve to, and then curve that base, putting a screw or nail in every 20 or so centimeters around that curve you've done. You fit the floor covering either side up to the transition, and then slowly but surely you just work the top clip, the top of the profile, the only bit you see, around a curve. If you do need to, you can apply some warm heat, some heat to it to curve, but it will go in a gentle curve as long as it's done slowly. Really popular in sort of schools and hospitals at the moment, because you can introduce bright colours there with the range that's available.
Okay, so when you talk about a gentle curve, what sort of radius will this curve
up
fit?
to the tightest radius of 700. So that's pretty tight. You can get to a pretty tight curve. You're not going to want to go much tighter than that.
I wouldn't have thought so. Yeah. Alex, talk to us about the progress range. How do you deal with curves? Do you have profiles that can be formed on site, or is this all done by templating and special order?
No, we have profile that can be curved on site. Well, we say we have a particular range of profile, and you just tell us the length that you need, or we come on site and we calculate the length that you need. And then thanks to a machine, we're able to curve the profile on site. So we ship the trim straight, and then on site we curve it.
Okay, let's move on to question of what we call sustainability. You know, a lot of the materials that we use in flooring, it's now becoming more and more important to use recycled products and to have products that can be recycled. So Alex, first, tell us where progress are with the whole sustainability area.
All right. I mean, this is quite a tricky question for me, but I try to explain anyway. So yeah, to start with, like, we have solar panel on the, all our manufacturing is covered with solar panel. So all the production, we try to recycle, to use, to produce the energy for the manufacturer itself. And then or to, like when we have, let's say, when we have our how do you call that? Yeah, like all the material that we like the waste that we use, we send them back to transform and to be able to reuse them. Even for like this is particularly true on metals and aluminium, but also on plastic. So at the moment, we try to use recycled plastic for some of the product in our range, and for some other, of course, we need to use first choice plastic. But especially for aluminium and stainless steel, we try to use recycled stainless steel. Like we give a second use to the previous one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tim, let me come to you now, and similar question, but I'm particularly intrigued. This is the Q Range Duo, and I've got a couple of examples of this in different floor covering thicknesses. Tell me a little bit more about this product, not just with the recycling issue in mind, but I mean, why have you brought this product out?
So the reason we brought Duo out as a product is the market, or what the building regs require, is to have a colour difference on both the tread and the riser. That's in document K and document M. And what you find often happens on site is the tread colour of the nosing will be different to the floor covering, but the upstand won't be different. So we brought out Duo so you can have a different coloured tread to riser, which is very important within the building regulations. As a nosing, it's made out of PVC, but PVC is extraordinarily easy to recycle. As a company, we take sustainability extraordinarily seriously. We're heading towards becoming a zero waste site. We've got ISO 9000, ISO 14001 in place, but it's more than that. It's about doing waste walks where we question why stuff's going to landfill. So we take sustainability seriously, and across our brands, we have certain products that run on nearly 100% recycled PVC, such as you have in your hand. So it's a total complete package. So you have the nosing in PVC, but we also run off near enough 100% recycled PVC on some profiles.
Okay. Now, the Duo that you sent to me, I've got two examples here. One's in red, one's in green. They've got the same colour on the tread and the riser. So
Yes.
Are you saying that this could be actually in two colours?
That can be in two colours, but what you need if you're going to meet building regs is to make sure the floor covering you've got down is different to that of the nosings that you're going to stick down. So you can't just have a grey carpet with a same colour grey for a nosing, because it won't meet building regs. But you need to do that on both the tread and the riser. So as you look down the staircase and as you look up.
Okay. And building regs are changing all the time. I know that there used to be a requirement for there to be some kind of approach matting as you came to a staircase. What's the situation with that now?
They did, and we do offer tactiles, but we'd always advise against using them because they cause more of a trip hazard than hazard prevention. There was a period 14 or so years ago when they got introduced into the regulations. People started installing them. People started falling down staircases. So within a 2-year period, they got taken out. But there is still times when people request them, especially if a school's had an access audit done, and they'll say we want tactiles, but they shouldn't be used really. Well, they shouldn't be used. You don't need them to use them to meet building regs.
Okay, Alex, the questions come up on the chat now, and I know you answered this very briefly, but where can any of the people who are with us today actually obtain your profiles from?
All right. So at the moment, we have a few distributors in the UK. Like, can I say name as well? Can I mention some names?
Yes, yeah, we need to know.
We have from Trimline Group. It's our main distributor, but because of course we're just growing in the UK, they don't stock all our product. So depending on needs and stuff, we can ship directly from Italy. Or if people prefer to source directly into the UK, we just organize with our supplier, with our distributor to make the product available to the customers.
Okay, and Tim, for yours, where do people go for quantum profiles?
All quantum flooring profiles and products are available for all leading contract flooring distributors in the UK. If you go to our website, you go to About Us, where to buy or stockist, and you'll find all of our distributors there. And most of our products are available next day.
That's fantastic. Okay, well, look, thank you to both of you. What I'd like to do before we finish this questions and answers session is just to give both of you a brief moment to say any last word that you want to say to the people who are watching us. So, Tim, let me start with you, and then I'll come on to you, Alex.
Thanks for having me to speak again. It's always good to speak at a CFJ event. As I say, we want to lead the contract flooring market with the accessories we provide, and we've got an absolute complete range, all manufactured in Great Britain by an independent manufacturer. We're going to be at the flooring show later in the year, so come and visit us there. And yeah, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Any questions, please get in touch. I'll put my email in the chat box. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Tim. Alex, and what would you like to say to us?
Yeah, it's quite the same for me, for us. Thank you for having us, first of all. And then, yeah, just go on our website or text us on every social media. With all our product and systems, we try to have you covered for every needs you need. And then, since we're new in the UK, we are trying to push with our quality and service as well. So don't be scared just because you haven't seen us before, but the quality is there. We deliver product all around the world, and yeah, for every question and need, just email us or go on the website, and we will be more than happy to help you. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, let me say to both of you, Tim Hayes from Quantum and Alex Pontin from Progress, thanks for giving us your time today and for explaining so clearly. And to those of you who've joined us, thanks for asking some questions. Thanks for participating. Our next event is on Tuesday, the 27th of April, when we're looking at subfloors and smoothing compounds. So hope that you'll join us there. Don't forget to pre-register. Because you're with us today, the link will be coming to you by email as soon as that's available. So thank you everyone for your time today. I'm going to bring our session to a conclusion, and all I ask now is that you log out, and I'll look forward to seeing you next month. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. Thank you. Bye.